Ram owners. Every week somebody walks into my shop with a Ram that has been modified in ways that made perfect sense at the time, and that are now costing them in reliability and drivetrain longevity. And every week somebody else comes in who has done exactly the right modifications, the ones that protect components, the factory left vulnerable and extend service life beyond what the stock configuration achieves. My name is Mark, 20 years working on Ram trucks. Today I'm giving you both lists, the 10 modifications that genuinely improve Ram reliability, and the 5 that most of the Ram community is convinced are improvements, but that are actually creating problems that show up months or years down the road. Let's get into it. The 10 mods that actually improve reliability. Mod number 1, a transmission temperature monitor. The single most impactful reliability protection for any Ram that tows. The factory cluster does not display transmission temperature on most Ram 1500 configurations, meaning during sustained towing, you have zero visibility into the thermal condition of the most expensive replaceable assembly in the truck. A monitor connecting to the OBD2 port reads real-time transmission temperature and alerts you before conditions become critical. 15-second installation. No tools. No permanent modification. Keep transmission temperature below 200 degrees during towing. The monitor costs $40 to $60. The 10-speed automatic, it protects, costs $6,000 to $10,000 to replace. Install this before the next tow. Mod number 2, an upgraded transmission cooler. For Rams that tow regularly, the factory transmission cooler is consistently identified as undersized for sustained towing thermal demands. It is integrated into the radiator, sharing cooling capacity with the engine coolant circuit rather than having dedicated capacity of its own. An aftermarket air-to-fluid cooler mounted in front of the radiator provides dedicated cooling independent of the engine circuit. The temperature reduction directly extends fluid service life and reduces clutch pack wear on every tow. $150 to $300 installed. For a Ram that tows regularly, this pays for itself in extended transmission longevity. Mod number 3, a genuine cold air intake. The factory Ram Hemi intake draws cold air from outside the engine compartment. Cold air is denser than hot underhood air, more oxygen per cubic foot, more complete combustion. A quality cold air intake that preserves the factory cold air source and adds a high-flow reusable filter improves combustion efficiency and produces a real, if modest, improvement in fuel economy and power delivery. The critical distinction, a genuine cold air intake drawing from outside the engine bay. Not a short Ram intake that positions the filter inside the hot engine compartment. That version is on the Ruins It list for specific reasons we will cover shortly. Mod number 4, synthetic gear oil in both axles. The factory differential fluid in most Ram applications is conventional gear oil, significantly thicker than full synthetic at normal temperatures, requiring more energy to overcome internal resistance and providing less consistent film strength under towing loads. Switching to full synthetic in the correct specification for your specific axle reduces differential internal friction, improves efficiency across the operating temperature range, and extends gear and bearing longevity under sustained load. $80 to $150 for both axles at an independent shop. One of the highest return, low-cost drivetrain improvements available for any Ram. Mod number 5, an oil catch can on the Hemi. The Hemi's PCV system recirculates oil vapors from the crankcase back through the intake on every drive, depositing oil residue on the throttle body and intake surfaces that progressively builds into carbon deposits affecting airflow and throttle response on higher mileage examples. An oil catch can in the PCV line intercepts these vapors and separates the oil before it reaches the intake. The oil collects in the can and is drained periodically. $40 to $100 installed. The professional intake cleaning service it delays costs significantly more. Mod number 6, heavy-duty sway bar end links. The factory sway bar end links on the Ram 1500, particularly on leveled trucks or trucks carrying regular heavy payload, are among the highest wear rate suspension components in the front end. When they fail, the symptom is a clunk over bumps that sounds exactly like a ball joint or strut mount, leading most shops to quote the expensive component before checking the cheap one. Upgraded heavy-duty end links from Moog or similar cost $30 to $80 per side, and use more robust ball studs and more durable boot materials. On a leveled ram, this is close to mandatory. The leveling kit places the factory end links in a bind position that accelerates wear significantly beyond the stock rate. Mod number 7, post-leveling alignment. This is not a standalone modification. It is the critical step that most ram owners skip immediately after leveling kit installation, turning a legitimate modification into a reliability and tire wear problem. A leveling kit changes the front suspension geometry. The factory alignment settings are no longer correct. Every mile driven on a leveled ram without a post-installation alignment is a mile of accelerated and uneven front tire wear. An alignment immediately after installation costs $80 to $150. It is not optional. It is what determines whether your leveling kit improves your ram or starts costing you tire money from day one. Mod number 8, stainless steel brake lines. The factory rubber flexible brake lines have a finite service life that most owners never think about until a line leaks or swells internally. Stainless steel braided replacements prevent the inner liner from expanding under pressure, producing firmer, more consistent pedal feel while dramatically extending service life compared to rubber. On a ram with significant mileage, salt exposure, or heavy towing history, this is one of the most overlooked safety-adjacent reliability improvements available. $60 to $120 for a complete set from Goodrich or Russell. Immediate noticeable pedal improvement, service life extension measured in years. Mod number 9, throttle body cleaning on schedule. $8 and 20 minutes every 30,000 miles. Carbon and oil vapor deposits accumulate on the Hemi throttle plate and bore walls with every mile, narrowing the airflow path and progressively degrading throttle response, so gradually, most owners never notice until they do the service and feel what the truck was like before the buildup. Remove the intake hose, hold the throttle plate open, spray throttle body cleaner onto the plate and bore walls. Wipe clean, reinstall. The throttle response restoration on a high-mileage Hemi is immediately noticeable on the first drive. Dealers charge $80 to $120 for this exact service. $8 and 20 minutes. Do it yourself every 30,000 miles. Mod number 10, a spray-in bed liner. Before the first scratch. The most overlooked reliability modification on a working ram. The bed floor is painted steel. Scratched paint is exposed steel. Exposed steel in a working environment that sees moisture, tools, and cargo is steel that rusts, and rust that starts at a scratch. Progresses at an accelerating rate once it establishes itself beneath the surrounding paint. A spray-in liner applied before significant paint damage occurs creates a permanent barrier between the bed steel and everything the ram was built to carry. For a ram that works, this is the modification that preserves the structural integrity of the most used surface on the entire truck. Do it before the first scratch, not after the first rust spot. The 5 mods that ruin reliability. Mod number 1, oversized tires without re-gearing. Significantly larger tires without re-gearing the axles changes the effective gear ratio of the entire drivetrain, causing the engine to operate at lower RPM than the transmission and axle gears were optimized for at highway speeds. The engine lugs. The transmission runs hotter. The torque converter spends more time in slip mode than it was designed for. Over-accumulated mileage, the wear on the transmission, torque converter, and differential gears from constant operation outside their designed efficiency range compounds into real long-term drivetrain damage. Re-gear when you significantly increase tire diameter. $800 to $1,500 per axle. The cost that makes the tire upgrade a legitimate modification rather than a long-term drivetrain tax. Mod number 2, a cheap lift kit with low-quality components. Bargain lift kit components from unrecognized manufacturers are engineered to a price point that does not allow for the material quality and precision tolerances the Ram's suspension geometry demands. The pattern in the shop is consistent. Everything installs fine, the truck looks good for several thousand miles. Then the ball joints develop play, the bushings deteriorate prematurely, and the handling precision the factory suspension provided disappears. Quality components from Rancho, Fox, or Bilstein cost more. The reliability difference over 50,000 miles is not close. Use quality components or stay stock. Mod number 3. Aftermarket exhaust. Without a supporting tune, the factory powertrain control module fuel maps are calibrated for the factory exhaust's specific back pressure characteristics. Change the exhaust without a tune and the powertrain control module continues overfueling for a system that no longer exists. Small but real fuel economy reduction. Slightly elevated exhaust temperatures under sustained load. A catalytic converter managing a fuel map not calibrated for the flow it is now handling. The exhaust sounds significantly better without a tune. It does not perform better. Exhaust plus tune is a legitimate modification. Exhaust alone is a sound upgrade with a reliability and efficiency penalty attached. Mod number 4. A leveling kit without inspecting the upper ball joints. The factory upper ball joints operate near the top of their designed range of motion at stock ride height. A leveling kit pushes them toward the extreme of that range, increasing load and accelerating wear rate. An upper ball joint near the end of its service life that was never inspected before the kit went in is now operating under increased load at the extreme of its movement range. When it fails on a leveled ram, the failure is dramatic and potentially catastrophic. Inspect both front upper ball joints for play before any leveling kit installation. 5 minutes. If there is any detectable movement, replace them before the lift goes on. This is the inspection that most owners skip and the failure that catches them by surprise months later. Mod number 5. A short ram intake drawing hot. Underhood air. The short ram intake that removes the factory airbox and positions the filter inside the engine compartment sounds significantly better than the factory setup. It looks more dramatic, and most owners who install one believe they are getting genuine cold air intake performance because the marketing says so. They are not. A filter inside the engine bay draws hot underhood air, 30 to 50 degrees warmer than the cold outside air the factory intake drew from. Hot air is less dense, less oxygen per cubic foot, less complete combustion, lower real-world power than the factory setup. On a Hemi that relies on cold intake temperatures for optimal MDS cylinder deactivation behavior, consistently feeding it hot air degrades both fuel economy and engine management precision. A genuine cold air intake drawing from outside the engine bay is the legitimate version of this modification. A short ram intake is a sound upgrade that performs worse than stock. 10 mods that protect and extend your ram. 5 that create the problems the community does not always acknowledge. Save this video before your next modification decision. Share it with every Ram owner you know. Drop a comment below telling us which improvement mod you are doing first and which one on the Ruins It list you have already done. Subscribe to Dodge Zone for more Ram guides and everything you need to know before you spend $1 on your truck. New video every Tuesday and Friday. We will see you in the next one.